Right, so I thought I should do a quick video on why Discord is just a load of trash. Also, this video will be coming out on like May 12th or May 13th, so happy birthday Discord, I guess, whatever. So Discord, released 2015, May 13th, marketed to gamers, which I think is a mistake. And it offers servers for VoIP, which is voice over IP, and text channels and text chat and that kind of stuff. So, let's talk about the client first. It's written in Electron using JavaScript. It's got a backend, which is probably, well, I looked into it, it's Rust, and it's something else, Elixir, I think. I can't quite remember all the details about the backend, but I know they use Electron and JavaScript, which is why it runs like trash. Electron, for those who don't know, is basically an entire browser. So basically, when you're running Discord, you're running an entire browser. You want to see this in action? Press Control-Shift-I in your Discord. Actually, you know what? I think I'll do it for myself. Control-Shift-I. There we go. You can see inspect element. Just why? And you can go to the console and, well, I mean, it says hold up. It tries to prevent idiots from doing stuff, but we all know if an idiot ends up here, they're gonna end up, being socially engineered out of their key or something like that. So let's go back. Okay, three other points here. It has very little user configuration, so that's good for normies, I guess. But, well, is it good for normies? Debatable, because normie can just have like a default configuration and leave all the ones who want to be like power user to properly configure it however they want. So, little user configuration. That wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't just so goddamn space inefficient. Like, you see all this stuff back here to the side, just why? And let's just bring up another thing. The windows can't be bloody resized. Let me put that in the side. You see this? You can move it around, all that cool stuff. But there's a horizontal limit, and there's also a vertical limit. But the vertical limit isn't such a bad thing, but the horizontal limit, how it uses this much space, that is about 25% of the screen space, and there's another 25% of the screen space being used for information which isn't critical or important anyway. So basically, your screen space is a resource which is not treated correctly by Discord. So just oof right there, man. Yikes. So yeah, Windows can't be resized. So client alternatives. Let's just start off with the thing at the bottom. They all break the terms of service. Let's see if I think I have it here. I'm not sure which part of the terms of service exactly it is. I believe it is this part. Develop, distribute, or publicly inform other members of auto software programs, macro software programs, or other cheat utility software program or application in violation of the blah. Just, you can find yourself discord.com/terms if you're interested. Woo, lad. Just why? Just why? But anyway, back to what we're talking about, the GTK Core 3, which uses GTK and it's written in Golang, and it's the biggest problem I have using it. Actually, the biggest two problems I have using it is the login. It doesn't remember your login, so you can't just have just an auto sign in, which I suppose isn't too big of an issue, because why do you need auto sign in the first place? But, well, debatable. And they also don't have voice over IP. Now, Better Discord, that's another one. I believe it hasn't been updated in some time. It basically provides editable CSS that you can have themes. It doesn't fix the problem that Discord uses Electron for its entire front end, which is just a mistake and a half. I mean, I need to provide like platform independence, I suppose, but it doesn't fix the fact that it uses so much RAM, and it breaks each update pretty much. That's my experience with it. So voice over IP, let's talk about that. It relies on Discord servers. The uptime is about like 99%. I believe they have it somewhere. Let me see. Discord uptime. Yeah, you can get the uptime. It hovers around 99%. However, you can see there are outages at times. And sometimes these outages are trivial, like 10 minutes. That's kind of trivial, but 2.5 hours outage. I mean, that's not fun. 2.5 hours. And that can be important sometimes. But that really depends on the situation. It's acceptable. It's reliable enough for normal people, probably. And other than that, it's really just perfectly fine in my opinion. So, VoIP, VoIP, I'm going to pronounce it VoIP from now on. There's alternatives out there. There's TeamSpeak. My experience with it is that I tried UI and user experience issues, but from what I've seen, it has improved. Skype, as much as it hurts me to say this, it's an alternative, but basically it's the Microsoft botnet. Raidcall, it's basically Russian adware. Fukablet, God, I can't even pronounce that properly. Fukablet, that's proper. There we go. Tect, pings. The idiots who came up with this, as I say here, should be shot dead by firing squad. Pretty intense. General degeneracy, that's my experience with it. You'll just find like a lot of degeneration talking on Discord. A lot more than other tech applications. And the culture is, it's a lot like Reddit. Just popularity contest and meme spam and just, yeah. It's obviously not an objective opinion here, but, you know, some communities just suck less, you know. So tech alternatives, this one's a bit of a list here. Email. I sound like such a boomer saying email, but, you know, it's good for long form talk. IRC. IRC stands for Internet Relay Chat. It really depends on your IRC client that you use, and normies struggle with it. Skype works, but as I said, pretty bad. Steam also works, but the reputation it's had from when did it come out? I think 2019 that it came out. The reputation the group chat feature had before 2019 was just terrible. It also has voice over IP, I think, but I'm not sure how good it is. I think it's not great. Slack, basically an inferior Discord. Why the hell would you ever use Slack unless you're a professional working at a business? WhatsApp, Messenger, Hangouts. It's either one of those. You're already dumping your privacy down the toilet. You're already dumping all your data to these conglomerates. All these conglomerates, you're dumping your data to them, and what else is there to say about that? Oh, and they also basically have like no configuration you can do at all, so kind of like Discord but worse than everywhere. So, I still use Discord. Surprisingly, given the fact that I probably ditch it sometime. Anyway, why do I still use it? Voice over IP. I could probably go TeamSpeak or I could probably go Mumble. So I'll have to do some setup for that. I am kind of embarrassed about having to still use Discord these days, mainly because of trash culture, and also because the term of service has been so anti-client and just anti-developer really. And also basically like the lack of configuration, the window size issues. That's not such a big issue for those who are using like stacking window managers, but even using a stacking window manager, you can't even properly put it where you want. But since I'm using a tiling window manager, it needs it to be able to divide it properly into like a nice even number, and in this example you can see clearly. Let's see. Let's kill that for a second and bring it up. You see, it does not properly go over there, and you'll see it just looks terrible. yeah. Also another point, mild data concerns. I'm going to get to that in the next slide here. The first thing, all images are cached. Now, I'm going to have a brief ramble here about what caching is. Caching is basically where you save the file locally on your computer, so you don't have to make a network request every single time for that file. At least in this instance it is. And that improves the speed for all the files dramatically. However, one thing that isn't done, at least to my knowledge, is that after the image gets deleted on Discord, the file still exists as a cached file in your folder. I can't remember the exact position of it, you have to look it up on Google, but I know it's a problem. Another point which is often brought up by many batshit insane conspiracy theorists, which is basically the privacy in financials, and they are transparent about it to some extent. They aren't as transparent as they could be about it. Like their financials, I believe they get like a lot of their money from investments and not actually from Nitro. I believe, but I'm not entirely certain about that. Yeah, I'm not really entirely certain about the financial part, but the privacy part, they compile a huge list of data. Like I'm gonna see actually if you can get the exact amount, like pull your data. I believe you can. Where is it? Yeah, privacy and safety. You go all the way down to the bottom, and you can request your data. Yeah, it will take like a month for you to get that, but once you get it, man, that is a lot of data. I highly recommend you do that though. It's free, so basically there's no reason why you shouldn't do it, and you get a huge amount of data, and you can see just how much data there is. That is, when I got it, had all my data from the last 2 years of me using Discord, so it was like cover a server which I haven't even been on in years, which is pretty bonkers, but you know, that's data storage for you. Yeah. And also you'll probably find a whole bunch of extra reasons on r/privacy. I don't really care much for those other reasons. I mean, if a application is garbage in privacy, it's probably garbage in other aspects, but that tend to be how it is. So, my recommendations to Discord, the Discord team. First off, enable CSS configuration. Seriously. It's basically a browser, mate. It shouldn't be that hard. I say that without the knowledge of exactly how hard it is. But really, it shouldn't be too hard. Better Discord already did it, and they do it perfectly well, so there's no reason why you can't do it. It's just, I imagine the real reason why they don't want to do it is in case somebody breaks it, because that's another thing you have to maintain, and that. But who cares really? Better user experience, better UI and configuration. That goes with this whole CSS stuff. But what I wanted to do to remove that entire role list, like all the members and all the channels, and if I can do that, I can have a nice side by side Discord experience. Also, it fixed that window size issue. Seriously, I don't like it being so terribly sized. Remove cached images, this image is deleted. It's just like probably a bug actually, I'm not even sure. And this one's probably not going to happen ever, but produce a non-Electron client, please. Or fix the temperature server to allow better clients. Now I already know they're probably not going to bother enforcing the temperature server on anybody actually using a better client, but I mean, don't take it from me, mate. If you're boosting the temperature server by using a better client, better than what Discord provides, then they still have the power to ban you off the system, which is why I will say have an alternate account ready if you're going to do that. So my recommendation for users, use IRC and Mumble if you can wrap your brain around it, because I know normies struggle with IRC. TeamSpeak, try that out. might work well for you, might not work well for you. And if you really want to use Discord, use better Discord, or use a client and accept the terms of service breaking. So yeah, that's about the entire talk, the entire rant. If you watched this so far, subscribe, comment, boost my algorithm variables, give me one huge mega cock size variable, and check out the software I check out. Check out the stuff I check out. Be more like me. Let's build an epic echo chamber, and check out my site risingthumb.xyz. That's your bros. Man, that sounds like cringe, bro. What the hell? Am I like PewDiePie or some shit? Yeah, that's all. Oh, let me know. Let me know if this kind of video style works out well. I did this video style because I want to do like video essays type things, but the problem with video essays is that it takes a long time to edit usually. So if I just make like a video like this, like a mini lecture or something like that, then it usually isn't that bad. So yeah, and also stop using Discord, seriously. Okay, that's all.